Won't pay me for my cancelled event? Pay me to go instead, by user MaliciousCompliance. A few years back, I was working abroad for my company on a project and was away in California for 2 weeks, which turned into an unplanned 5 weeks due to various IT problems. This was 6,000 miles away from my lovely family and I was missing them. It was tough, but I was senior project lead in my company and there was nobody else with my skills to fill in. Relevant later, I had a milestone birthday present which was driving a supercars around a circuit for a day. This was a big birthday present from my wife and worth around about £800 at the time. This event needed to be booked way in advance and the voucher was valid for 52 weeks. Due to circumstances, I booked in week 50 of 52. Problem, because the latter part of the unplanned extra 3 weeks overlapped the driving event day, I told my manager that I could not rebook as it was so late in and was non-cancelable. If my company wanted me to stay that weekend, they would need to compensate me for the lost event money. My direct manager was fine with this given how much I was sacrificing, but the VP of IT point blank refused, saying it was unethical to refund a present to me and I should just attend it. Edit. He was mean and trying to wheedle out of any expense as he 100% thought I would not go back to the UK for such a short turnaround. Okay then Mr. Smartass VP, I will. Cost of flight back to the UK at short notice. Returning the next day was £3,700 plus £300 in taxi fees to get me to / from home per company policy. So just under £4,000 in company expenses instead of paying me £800. Smiling face with smiling eyes. Edit to answer some questions as this got way more traction than any post I have done in 12 Reddit years. The company had exceptionally refunded cancelled leave and holidays during this project if they were pre-booked. The VP of IT had a horrid attitude and he was hoping I would not go back for the driving day due to having to leave Friday and be back on Monday between UK and California. The cars were a Mercedes SLS around the Brooklands circuit and an E63, a 600 HP estate/station wagon, on a skid pan. Champagne and lunch after. It was great, but I was jet-lagged as hell the following few days. I'll get the manager, by user Silthas_Darkfire. Way back in the year 2000, I worked at a big box store with the yellow tag logo. I had been there for 18 months as a cashier. We recently got a new operations manager who came from computer sales and didn't really know the registers that well. This happened during his first week as manager. Me, okay sir, that will be dollar amount. Customer, fine, here. Tosses card onto the counter. Card declined. Me, sorry sir, your card declined. I can run it again or we can try another card if you'd like. Customer, run it again, I know there's over $1,000 on that card, it should work. Swipes card again. Declined again. Me, sorry sir, it has declined again. Customer, it has to work, is there anything else you can do to approve it? Me, I can try to run it manually, but that will only help if your magnet strip is damaged. Customer, try that then. Manually enters details. Declined again. Customer, there must be some way to force or bypass that, I know there is money on the card. Me, I'm sorry sir. If it's declined by the card company, there is nothing I can do. Customer, this is bullshit, I know there is money on that card. Get your manager now. Me, okay sir, just a moment. Manager approaches and stands behind the counter next to me. Manager, hello sir, how can I help you? Customer, your employee keeps declining my card and I know there is plenty of money on the card. You need to override IT. Manager attempts to run the card. Declined again. Manager, sorry sir, it was declined. Customer, I know that, you need to override IT so I can take my stuff and go home. Manager turns 90 degrees to face me. Manager, it declined, is there anything we can do to override it? Me, no sir, that decline is from the card company. There is nothing else we can do. Manager turns 90 degrees back to angry customer. Manager, I'm sorry sir, I spoken with one of our experts and he informs me there is nothing else we can do with this card. Would you like to sign up for our card and save 10% on your purchase today? Customer angrily stomps out of the store. Try to trick me into eating a radish under the guise that it's a carrot? Okay, I'll bite, by user Bourgeois Mystics. Last night I come home and walk into the kitchen where my mother-in-law and wife are standing within an enormous bag of small carrot-shaped, white root vegetables. Exhausted from a long day, I absent-mindedly ask, are those white carrots, the existence of radishes, temporarily eluding my consciousness. My mill and wife, in enthusiastic unison, chime in that, yes, they are indeed carrots. Go ahead and try one, my mill encourages, with an overzealousness that brings me to my senses. No. No, these are not carrots. Game on, mama, game on. I will eat this raw root vegetable and get you to as well. I rinse one off and snack into it as my wife and mill attempt to stifle their giggles. I feign confusion at their reaction. What are y'all laughing about? My wife laughs. What's it taste like? A carrot, I say, maybe a little less sweet. You're lying, my mill shoots back. The lady who gave them to me said they're radishes. My face betrays nothing. I have crunched the pungent, peppery taste and melded it into an earnest mask of enjoyment. The sporadic laughter from my wife and mill has ceased. Well, I don't know who said that, but this definitely tastes like a carrot. Maybe I just got the one carrot mixed in with the radishes. I grab another, rinse it, and go to Chomp Town. Mid-chew I double down, nope, these are definitely carrots. My mill, exasperated that either I am a master of deception or that she in fact, did get the wrong bag of veggies, rinses one off, takes a massive bite, and immediately spits it back out. It is now I who am laughing. But not a tepid giggle. An uproarious guffaw of triumph. I have won. Now to get the taste of radish out of my mouth. Management says I can't wear scrubs in healthcare, by user Nelb13. So about 10 years ago I, 35M now, became a CNA, certified nurse's aide, and worked at an assisted living. In many of these types of buildings, Cooperate does not want the nursing home, so they make their nurses and CNAs wear a business casual clothes. The place I was at required is to wear a collared shirt and khakis or black pants. Now I'm a 6'3" male, on the skinnier side, that has been told my legs are so long I look like I'm walking on stilts. That being said, finding khakis isn't easy and I usually need to custom order them, which can be pricey. Also, I'd like to note that this building had hard carpet everywhere, and I would end up kneeling down to help tie shoes or do other things while helping out my residents, and ended up blowing out the knees on my khakis often. On the malicious compliance. One day management says that we were allowed to wear appropriate yoga pants that were black or khaki colored, with no reason given. This does nothing to help me in my holy khaki situation, and as I was making $12/HR custom ordered pants were very expensive to me. So I decided I was gonna buy black and khaki scrub pants BC, they are cheaper and more durable. I go on wearing them for about a week without issue when management calls me in and states that the policy is no scrub pants, and I would be written up if I do it again. I try to explain the financial situation, that each pair of khakis were costing me most of a day's wage and the knees would wear it quick. They respond with, tough shit, no scrubs. I then grab the flyer they posted about yoga pants and start to make the case that if women are allowed to wear yoga pants which are much cheaper, I should be able to wear scrubs. Again they say, no, it's not the same. At this point I look down and see the wording on the flyer is, as a thank you for your hard work, management has decided to allow all nursing staff to wear appropriate yoga pants if they would like. No gender noted, just that they must be black/khaki and not low cut. The malicious compliance. I go home and tell my GF at the time about this and ask her for a pair of her black yoga pants. Just an FYI, she was barely 5'3" and when I tried them on they barely went past my knees. They covered my butt though, so they worked. The next day I walked into work proudly sporting the high water yoga pants with my hairy calves, stilt-like legs, and black juicy lettering on my butt. I made sure to tuck in my shirt so everyone could revel in my glorious bony ass. 1HR into my shift, when management gets there I instantly get called into the office with my boss and HRNELLB13, what are you doing? You are not wearing the correct uniform and we will need to send you home now. I grab the flyer and point out that nowhere did they ever say that this was only for women to wear, and they also don't say anything about length on it. I then say that they are at the appropriate height, put my hands on my hips, do a 180 to show off and smile at them looking over my shoulder. Boss, that's not the point, NELLB13, you know what we meant. HR, actually that is the point. He's right, you did say nursing staff could wear these, and they fit the criteria you put in place. Boss has a wicked scowl on her face knowing she got beat, but then pauses and laughs. Okay, fine, wear your scrubs. Just no more yoga pants. I've already heard the female residents talking about your juicy butt more than I'd like. Go home and change though. For a long time I got teased by a bunch of 85YO women about when I was gonna be showing off my juicy butt and legs again, but at least I got to wear scrubs. Edit, wow, I'm shocked how this got so much attention. I've always loved reading stories on this sub but never thought I'd have anything to post here. Thank you all so much for your great comments. I've been trying to read each one but it's been a little hard to keep up. I never knew my juicy butt would be so popular. Edit 2, 10k. Thank you guys so much. I'm still shocked I actually had a popular post here. I've read as many comments as I could keep up with here and had a great time laughing at most of them. You guys have put a smile on my face. Oh, you want individual emails? You got it, by user Phantomiculus. Short little story from my new job I've had for a month. I recently moved to a new state and got a new job managing an office in a medical field. Every morning, one of my responsibilities is emailing a list of patients by the type of appointment they had and the details of their appointment, called an encounter, to records from the day prior. I separate documents by type of appointment and attach the files to a single email with the date. Having worked in records before, sorting by date and having subcategories for type was easiest for me, and this is the way the new place trained me to do it. After about 2 weeks of doing it the way I was told / the way I thought was easiest, I got a very abrupt passive-aggressive email in response. Send encounters each in individual emails. Thanks, angry records person. I tried to reach out for clarification. Do they want an entire list of one appointment type in an individual email? How the heck do you want it done? Just tell me. There was no answer from my question, so I just continued to send it how I was taught. Another week goes by, and I get another passive-aggressive email. Per my last email, send encounters each in individual emails. No please, thank you, or response to my questions at all. So I maliciously complied. It took about 2 extra hours of my time, but I did as she asked and painstakingly sent each encounter in a separate email. One single encounter per email. That equaled about 60 emails back to back to back instead of one nicely laid out email sorted by type. 2 days of this and I quickly got please stop. You are cluttering my email. You may send me one email with the encounter types attached. Thanks, angry records person. Yeah, I thought so. I continued to send the emails how I was trained, and I haven't had a problem since. Edit, wow thanks guys, this kind of exploded in just a few hours. I wanted to add that by the end of the workday today, I found out the records girl was also new and she got to learn that part of the job the hard way, unfortunately. I feel a little bit bad for fucking with her like that, but in the end I think she may have learned that a little bit of email etiquette can go a long way.